What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today I am going to be breaking down and talking about the second Avengers Doomsday trailer. So, this trailer was incredible. If you guys didn't know, Doomsday is my most anticipated movie of the year. I cannot wait for this movie. Doctor Doom is one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, and I cannot wait to see what the MCU does with this version of Doctor Doom. So this trailer. Oh yes, before I start breaking down and talking about the trailer, please do me a huge favor and subscribe, like, and share this video. And please, if you have seen the trailer for Avengers Doomsday, please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, so let's get started. So the trailer starts off with Sue Storm saying Victor was always the smartest guy in the room. Victor used to be kind. He he used to be a different person, right? And he and then she goes until he lost everything that he loves. And then she says, "I I knew he was hurting. I didn't know he was broken." And then through that little like speech that Sue Storm gives, we see shots of Ian McKellen's Magneto, Channing Tatum's Gambit, Shang-Chi, Shuri, and um who else? And a bunch of the other characters. Then, after Sue Storm says that little speech that she gives at the beginning of the trailer, right? Then we see this shot of a destroyed city, and then we have Reed Richards saying, "Victor, did you do this?" And uh, and then we have Doctor Doom saying, "You have all lived stolen lives. Now it is time for you to give them back." Right? And um and um then we see Doctor Doom jump out of a ship of some sort. And then we hear Reed say again, "Victor, did you do this?" Right? And well, no, he says, "Answer me, Victor. Did you do this?" So then um we get four about to fight Doctor Doom, and part of this we saw in the first trailer, but part of it we didn't. So we have four about to fight Doctor Doom, and four says, um, "You will beg for hell before I am finished with you," right? Which, um, maybe there's a certain death that happens that makes four so upset. So then we see four jump at Doctor Doom with Stormbreaker, and he goes for Doctor Doom's head with Stormbreaker. Doctor Doom catches Stormbreaker with two fingers, and and basically, well, he throws four aside like four is a toy, right? And that and the power scaling in that Doctor Doom is the most powerful villain that Marvel has ever done in their MCU. Well, it's even between that or Galactus, but in the MCU continuity, I think Doctor Doom is the strongest villain that Marvel's ever gone against. Right? Right? In the MCU continuity, that our heroes have in the MCU continuity, um, the strongest villain that they've ever gone against looks to be Doctor Doom. Because again, this guy throws for like aside like a toy, and then he says, and I'm gonna try to get the accent, guys. I'm still working on doing accents and stuff like that. But then he says, "Hell." hell answers to me because I am Doom. And 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 when we see Doctor Doom raise all the Sentinels, and when the trailer ends, what do I think of this trailer? I think this trailer was incredible. I really do. I think this trailer was incredible. You guys are, if you guys don't know, I already have my tickets for Avengers Doomsday. I'm seeing it on December 17th. Can't wait for that day. Again, it's my most anticipated movie of the year, right? Marvel's cooking. Like, Vision Quest looks really good. They just cast most of their X-Men cast. That cast looks really good. Um, X-Men 97 just ended. That was really good. Marvel has Wolverine coming out in a month, the video game. That that is gonna be a masterpiece if it's anything. Um, if Insomniac's track record is anything to go by, that the Wolverine game's gonna be a masterpiece, right? And then this Doomsday trailer, it brings the gravitas of Doctor Doom. Like Doctor Doom, this tone for a Marvel movie, I don't think we've seen it in movies, right? Before. Like our heroes in the MCU have gone through some dark shit and gone through some tough shit. They haven't fought Doctor Doom before. They haven't fought Doctor Doom. I love RDJ's accent. And for those of y'all that are like, why does Robert Downey Jr. have to play Doctor Doom? Bro, this character is completely different than Tony Stark. Like, not like the way Robert is portraying this character, at least from the trailers. None of us have seen the movie yet, but at least from the trailers, is completely different than the way Robert portrays Tony Stark. Like he, like you can see the rage in 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 Victor's eyes and the conviction in Victor's eyes. Victor has a mission and he's gonna go to the ends of the earth to complete that mission. And um and yeah, like I'm very interested to see the relationship between the Fantastic Four and Victor, because obviously if Sue Storm is telling them all this stuff about Victor Von Doom, right? Um she obviously knows who Victor Von Doom is, right? And she knew who Victor Von Doom was before he became Doctor Doom, right? And so I'm very interested to see if we dive into that in this movie. Um, but again, the power scaling in this trailer, like the dude literally, and this is Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom has soloed the Avengers in the comics before. He's soloed the Avengers in the comics before. So there is comic precedence for Doctor Doom being this powerful, right? Um, and and I love RDJ's accent that he's given Doctor Doom here, or Victor Von Doom. I love his accent. Um, Robert Downey Jr. is one of my biggest acting inspirations and one of my favorite actors to watch. Because he's such a gifted artist and a gifted actor. So right, like for me, it's gonna be something special when we finally get to see this movie on December 17th, and and I cannot wait to see what Doctor Doom does to the Avengers, because the Russo brothers have said in interviews, because they did Chris Evans was at an expo last week, and apparently he said that this is the darkest Marvel movie in tone um, that we've ever seen, right? Which makes sense because it's Doctor Doom. So, right, um, and and we get a shot of Ian McKellen's Magneto crying in this trailer, right? We also got confirmed that Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are both in Doomsday. Now, I don't know how much Deadpool and Wolverine are in Doomsday, but we know they are in it. And um and yeah, like again, Marvel is cooking, man. Marvel in general is cooking. Like their video game division is cooking, their movie division is cooking, their TV show division is cooking, their casting director is cooking with casting the new characters. So I cannot wait to see this movie, and this trailer got me really excited. As I said, Doctor Doom is one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. Doctor Doom and Magneto are probably my two favorite comic book villains because they're not straight up villains. They do bad things, but they do bad things because they think they're the good guy, right? And they believe in they full heartedly believe in what they are doing, right? So this version of Doctor Doom is going to do some very bad things, but the writers of this movie's job is to make us see why Doctor Doom is doing these bad things, right? And Robert Downey Jr., at least from the two trailers that we've gotten of this movie so far, is doing an incredible job playing Victor Von Doom. Um and yeah, like for me, I'm very excited to see what will Victor do to the Avengers, what will he do to the Marvel universe going forward, right? Um, right? Because this is Avengers Doomsday. This is and we still haven't even got Secret War. Like we still are a year and we're still a year and a half away from watching Secret Wars. So Doctor Doom is going to be something special, and I truly believe that because this like like um according to the rumors online and stuff, Doctor Doom is a main character of this movie. Chris Evans, Steve Rogers, or Captain America is a main character of this movie, and Thor is a main character of this movie, and Reed Richards is a main character of this movie. So, like it's an ensemble piece, but you know how like all the Marvel movies, even the Avengers ones, have their leads. And um, I know people are like, Doctor Doom hasn't been built up. He doesn't need to be built up. This dude's one of the greatest villains in comic book history. One of the greatest, yeah, one of the greatest villains slash anti-heroes in comic book history. Um, and for me, I'm just so excited to see what Robert Downey Jr. does with this character and how he continues to portray this character. And yeah, um, and I cannot wait till this movie comes out. So yeah, if you guys have thoughts on the Avengers Doomsday trailer that just came out, please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day, and God bless you guys.